Tyler Perry is being caught up in a $260 million lawsuit brought against him by a Derek Dixon, one of his actors, you all. He met Tyler Perry in 2019, and he said Tyler picked him out of a crowd, okay, and asked him for his telephone number, okay? Derek gave him his telephone number. Thereafter, Tyler Perry gave him a role in his show Ruthless in 2010, okay? In 2020. Tyler now allegedly invited Dixon to his house in Atlanta. Now, he said that he was getting inebriated. You all know what that means. He was getting inebriated, you all. He was drinking a little too much, and he ended up sleeping in Tyler Perry's guest room. Okay? So now, allegedly, Perry got into the bed with him. Okay? Does this sound familiar, you all? One Christian Keys making some sort of allegations like this, and all of a sudden that situation has disappeared. We haven't heard from Christian or anything. People are alleging that a big check was written for him. That's what they're alleging, okay? But that does sound familiar, that he woke up and Tyler Perry was in the bed with him, allegedly, and he was rubbing on his thigh, okay? That's what he said. But now, Dixon supposedly rejected Tyler's advances, okay? And afterwards, Perry then gave Dixon another role. I guess you would sort of call it promotion. He gave him a role in his other show called The Oval. Now, Dixon said that role came with text messages and all kind of explicitness, okay? That were, claims that he feared his career, so he just suffered through it a bit, okay? Yes, he did. Okay, so now, look, let's get into these text messages that he said came along with this new role in the Oval. Now, Derek says one message, Perry told him that he was jealous when Dixon would go on walks with this other man, okay? Now, wherever that came from, I don't know. But he told him he got jealous, all right? Now, well, it took another message for him, I guess, to say, well, that's it. Now, what would it take is what Tyler said to him. What will it take for you to have guiltless, you know what, y'all? Okay? Now, he's asking this man, allegedly, what does it take for him not to have a conscience? That's what that's saying to me. For him not to have a conscience or for him not to be true to his own self, because why must you even put the word guilt mixed in with, if this is the right thing to do? Why should you put that in there? So he asked him about what it would take for him. He said, Tyler went on to say, you can have freedom from religious guilt. Okay? Now, y'all, this is where we have to talk about this situation. First of all, you can't talk about anyone's religion. You can't tell them how they're supposed to feel. You can't tell them anything concerning what their beliefs are. Don't tell this man that he can have guiltless, you know what. Let that man live the life according to the way he wants to live his life. But y'all, this is the situation. These people are coming to rude awakenings, and I mean these people out here playing with God. They're coming to rude awakenings. Cat Williams said it. All will be revealed. And you know what? That word continues on right now. All is continuing to be revealed because he said that he's coming back for a spotless church. Yes, he did. He said it, and you are not going to be around here calling out his name and saying his name, and you are caught up in all of this debauchery and all of this foolishness. You know, it's like it'd have been better if you had not said his name at all than to put his name in your mouth and to be out here doing all this stuff, messing around with other people who may have a relationship with Jesus. And you're trying to tell them whether they should feel guilt or not. Well, I think that's between him and his God. Okay? But herein lies the problem. You're not going to go around here professing and proclaiming to be something in his name and causing all of this turmoil in other people's lives. So yes, that's where we have to talk about this, because the word continues on that Cat Williams gave, that all is being revealed. These people are being exposed one by one. Now, you know, this is something that is going to either give more enlightening to what is going on and enlightenment, and this is going to be only part of the dominoes that have fallen in these industries, in these arenas, in these domains. This is only one of the dominoes. But y'all, that's what's going on. This young man is suing Tyler Perry for $260 million. Big ones. So we'll talk later about that.